field.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The growth of Australia's economy over recent decades has been heavily based on technological innovation, and that will be of continuing importance to our progress in future decades. We know that software provides the opportunity for significant productivity improvements, for cost reductions and for new products, and for transforming how we work. At the start of the 20th century, it would have been impossible to overstate the impact that electricity was going to have on our economic and social lives. And similarly, here in the early part of the 21st century, it's impossible to overstate the impact that software will have. We know Australia has a productivity problem. Over the long run, our productivity has grown at an average of 1.5% a year, but in the 5 years to 2019, that dropped to 1.1% a year, and the performance under the first year of this government has been very poor. What we also know is that this government does not seem seized with the urgency of boosting our digital economy. We don't have a Minister for the Digital Economy under this government. We don't have a clear national goal for Australia to be a leading digital economy. As the Business Council commented in its recent report, Seize the Moment, quotes, "On our current path, we face the real risk of Australia being overtaken by the rest of the world and Australians being worse off for generations to come." But the report also highlighted the way that Australia could boost its productivity, including through the use of technology and the use of software. As Shadow Minister for Science and for the Digital Economy, I've been privileged to see a number of examples of great work being done by Australian researchers and businesses. For example, I recently visited Dirac, a company spun out of the University of New South Wales and based at that university's Kensington campus. It was an opportunity to learn about their world-leading quantum technology and their efforts to commercialise that technology. And it was a privilege to meet and to learn from the CEO and founder of Dirac, Andrew Zirak, who is also the Scientia Professor in Quantum Engineering at UNSW. It was coalition government investment into quantum research and infrastructure at University of New South Wales, or UNSW Sydney, that was an important enabler for Dirac to undertake world-leading quantum computing research in spins in silicon quantum dots, attracting world-leading academics and employees and global investment. I recently also had the privilege in Emu Plains, on the other side of Sydney, to visit a startup called AusComply, led by Managing Director and founder Jason Thomas. It's an end-to-end mobile compliance platform and consultancy helping the liquor, gaming and security industries manage compliance, register incidents, track data and analyse results. Since its launch in 2015, the business has recorded more than 2 million incident reports, and it's all done using digital tools that make it easier for licensed clubs and other organisations to comply with their regulatory obligations. Recently, I met Brett Baker and Carolyn Huff of technology company Talkin, serving the mining industry. Their clever technology takes a social media approach to sharing information about complex mining equipment, meaning solutions to equipment problems can be crowdsourced globally, shared instantly and searched easily. As a result, equipment can be fixed more quickly, saving downtime and improving productivity. Recently, I had the privilege of visiting the Australian Genome Research Facility, AGRF, at their University of Queensland premises in Brisbane. Under the stewardship of CEO Joe Bainey and lab manager David Hawkes, they're working with a company called Genix. The chairman, Roger Sayers, and chief executive and distinguished and accomplished scientist Melanie Sellers explained to me that the company Genix is commercialising research done at CSIRO over many years, research led by Melanie Sellers, and what that allows them to do is deliver services to support farmers to identify harmful pathogens by smartly harvesting new data tools to reduce the time required for genomic testing. They've got a presence in the prawn industry and in the pork industry, and their test can efficiently and quickly and cost-effectively test for, right now, some 11 pathogens in one test, and that number will increase in the next iteration to be released shortly. Well, technology and digital innovation will play a defining role in Australia's economic future. Ultimately, this depends upon smart, creative and clever people, and it is a privilege as Shadow Minister for Science and the Digital Economy to meet so many smart, clever, innovative Australians doing great work, building great companies and building our prosperity.